Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's all about brand new makeup. We're gonna be playing with something new from IT Cosmetics. I received this box in PR which contains their brand new product. It's their brand new take on a classic. This is their new Your Skin But Better CC Plus Natural Matte Color Correcting Pore Refining Full Coverage Cream. This is a very popular product of theirs, and this one also has a skin balancing serum with a broad spectrum SPF 40. So a lot of good stuff in there. I've actually been playing around with this for a couple of weeks, so I know how it works. I know how I feel about it. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing all of my thoughts and opinions on that foundation. And also in this box, I got a brush and their new Confidence in a Serum Gloss. They've got 3 colors of that product. So we're going to be going through all of that, playing with some makeup, sharing thoughts, opinions. So if you want to get the scoop on all of these products, these goodies, then please stay on and keep on watching. All right, guys, first things first, let's go over this box of goodies. Again, I got this box in PR, starting of course with the star of the show, the brand new IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Natural Matte Color Correcting and Pore Refining Full Coverage Cream with a skin balancing serum and SPF 40. It's a new version of their original CC cream, which is super popular. This foundation is, like it says, a natural matte finish for those who love the full coverage and a matte finish to their foundation. It's great for oily skin like mine, so I feel like I kind of fit their demographic. This foundation claims to provide up to 16-hour shine control, lasting full coverage, and all-day hydration. It retails for $47 and is available in 30 total shades. I got it in the shade light neutral and light medium. Another thing that I got in this box was the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection Brush number 7. This is a dual-ended brush, one side for foundation and the other side is for concealer. The brush retails for $50. And finally, they sent over their new Confidence in a Serum Glosses. They say these are an all-in-one lip gloss and a lip serum for instant and 8-hour hydration for visibly smoother, softer lips, and these retail for $26 each. Alright, so let's get the makeup started, and I would definitely recommend to start with your skin nice and moisturized. I mean, you usually would, but especially because this is a matte foundation. From there, I went ahead and primed the skin. I am using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I have been loving this primer because it does for me what it says it does. It grips the makeup, it's a little bit sticky, and I feel like it really helps when I want that makeup to stay put for a long time. From there, I went ahead with the foundation. Again, they sent me 2 shades, light neutral and light medium. I'm swatching both shades against my skin tone, and I feel like light medium is a better fit for me, so I'm going with that one. And to apply, I went ahead and used their foundation brush. Here you'll be able to see just how much foundation I'm using, and you'll also be able to see how fast the brush works and how it's able to distribute the product evenly without taking anything away. And you'll be able to see, of course, the coverage power from this foundation. It's absolutely full coverage. I pretty much did a pump on each cheek and another one on the forehead, and I will say that I could have done a little bit less product because, as you'll see in a little bit, I did go on top of everything with my makeup sponge just so that I could take some of that away so that it wouldn't look too heavy. And once that blending was done, I actually took advantage of the other shade that they sent, the light neutral shade, and I actually used that as a concealer in the center of the face, not for extra coverage or anything, but just to highlight the center of my face. I added a little bit to the under eyes, the forehead, the chin, and down the nose as I usually do, and then I started to use the small end of the brush to blend it out, but I feel like it's just way too much concealer for this brush. It would honestly be easier and faster to just use a sponge to blend that out. I feel like the smaller brush is meant more for those who use concealer to spot conceal instead of using concealer the way that I'm doing it. It does do a great job at blending and packs on the product. In case you have dark areas or dark spots that you really want to focus on, I feel like this brush would be perfect for that. Like I said again, I went in with a sponge just because it felt like this would just get the job done faster. And it's what I know. Sponges is what I know and what I'm used to as far as my own makeup application process. Now for powder, I would honestly say that if your skin is not too oily, this foundation would work great on its own and you could even skip powder. I decided to skip loose powder and instead just do a pressed powder with a puff and lightly set the center of my face, the under eyes, sides of the mouth for those smile lines, and then the forehead. And then from there, I kept working on my complexion, starting with a powdered bronzer to add some color to the face. I am using the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. I am in the shade Private Island, and I'm using it in the areas where I would normally bronze. And after that, I'm going in with blush. I used the Milani powder blush in the shade Tea Rose. This is a super old blush. I haven't used it in a long while, but recently I've just been loving it because of how soft it is. It's just a pretty rosy, soft blush, nothing too bright. I decided not to go with highlighter this time on the face, to just let the skin with the foundation glow by itself and just see what it does. And after that, I went in to fill in my brows as usual. You guys know that I've been using this brow pencil for so many years now. My NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. I did the rest of my eyes off of camera, then came back for a setting spray. I decided to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Keep in mind that this setting spray does give you like a satiny finish to the skin, so this did contribute to any luminosity that you might see in my skin in the finished makeup look, just so you know. Okay, so after that, the last thing we're going to do is go over the glosses. These are their Confidence in a Serum Glosses. The first one that I'm trying on is the shade Self-Worth, which is a soft pink shade with beige in it. Then I tried on the shade Self-Assured, which is a great gloss with a subtle shimmer. When you swatch it, you will see a kind of like a purple iridescent shift to it, but on the lips, it doesn't show purple at all. It's just a clear gloss with some glitter in it. And finally, I tried the shade Self-Determined, which is the one that I left on in the very end, and that's their soft, cool mauve color. And this one was my favorite. It's such a pretty berry color. These glosses smell like candy, super yummy, but I liked how shiny they are. They are thick, they provide a coverage, but they are not sticky at all in texture, and I loved that.
All right, guys, and this is the final look. This is how the skin is looking after all of the makeup is done. And once again, I really like this foundation. I'm just gonna go over some final thoughts. When it comes to the foundation, it is coverage, full coverage. A little bit of the foundation goes a long way, and it is very much a natural matte finish. It does give you a little bit of a skin-like finish, but I would still add powder, but not too much powder because it is heavy duty by itself. I really love how it goes on. I am a full coverage girly. I do have oily skin, and I just love that this foundation feels like it is gonna stay on, and when it is on, it is on. It's not gonna move. Everything's covered. My skin looks great. If you're more of a natural girly, a my skin but better kind of girly, then this foundation is not for you. This is full coverage through and through. Now, when it comes to the brush, like I said previously, I'm just used to using a sponge when it comes to doing my makeup. Overall, I prefer sponges, but I will say that this brush does make the application process faster. And of course, the pros and cons when it comes to foundation brushes and sponges is that brushes will make it so that your product goes a longer way, whereas a sponge will absorb it. When it comes to the smaller end for concealer, I feel like this small of a brush is for people who use concealers as spot treatments. I feel like I use way too much concealer for such a small brush. If I were to use it, I would use it on the very inner corners of my eyes, of my under under eyes because that's where I have the most darkness, or on the sides of my nose as well. I feel like that's where I would go with this little brush, just to really take advantage of how much product a brush can pack on. So if you want to make the most of the coverage of the foundation, that I would say a brush is the way to go. And the glosses, I love them. Right now it's all about glossy lips. They're so shiny, they smell so good, they smell like candy. I'm wearing this one right now. It's the darker cherry color and I love it. It's juicy, not too thick. I really love this gloss. And yeah, those were all of my thoughts about this brand new mini collection from IT Cosmetics. I am such a sucker for these kinds of foundations where they're full coverage, but they have a little bit of a skin-like finish, and foundations that I know are gonna be locked in place, especially for the summer. I'm not shy about using foundation. I would definitely use this foundation, not for everyday wear, but more for like those special events where I want my makeup to stay put in place and that I know it's gonna be locked in there and it's not gonna go anywhere. So it's really good for that. And it's got SPF 40, which in Arizona, great. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, or if you have any further questions on this collection. Before you leave, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and hopefully I will see you right here on my next video. Bye guys.